more than any other, the 15th gene key of fluorescence speaks to the beautiful manifestation of life from the void, the visible, the tactile, the sensual emanation that we call life, coming from the singularity beyond words, what cannot be described, and yet emerges in all of this beautiful, exquisite abundance of beings. And so at the shadow level, it's called dullness, as in no variations on any kind of theme, just the flat line, like the flat line of death, when one's heart is being monitored. This notion of boredom, of absence of difference or distinction, that the senses cannot grab anything, and insofar as there is identification and addiction and dependency on the outer world, then yeah, dullness is a shadow, something that negates what is required for beauty to emerge, to come into our awareness through our perception. And so the gift then of dullness, when we begin to relax and actually sink into that apparent flatness, is what is called magnetism. In other words, this charge, this vortex of attraction, whether it is that we are attracted to something or that we are attracting something, that there's this movement of relationship that gives us a sense of being and of loving. And magnetism is like gravity. And gravity has been described by, for example, Nassim Haramein as the totality of the universe actually bearing down on one thing. So like the attention of God, of the divine, of universal intelligence being on one thing. And for that, nothing is dull. Even the most humble blade of grass has its exquisiteness and its beauty. The shadow doesn't really exist. It's basically a human invention, a human illusion. And it serves its purpose because it gives us something to differentiate from, to rise up out of. And so magnetism gives us the sense of there being lines of force that we can play with and surrender to, and that are going to draw us into a deeper sense of belonging to whatever it is. And nothing more than the flower of life expresses this with such a complete capacity for including whatever it is. And at the SIDDHIC level, what it is fluorescence, which is again why the flower of life is such a beautiful way of speaking to this archetype of springtime, of flowering, of the joyous abundance of creativity, of your genius of mind, of what it is that we wish to experience here, to make possible here. So I invite you with the I am process, just simple. It's such a simple thing. It's deceptively simple because it's also super, super profound. I invite you gently to just bring your attention inward and feel the very tip top of the head, like if it were being pulled up towards heaven, very gently stretching the neck, the back of the neck, and through the neck, the whole spinal column, all the way down to the coccyx. We can feel this gentle stretch of our structure here as human beings in this physical form. And at the same time, this axis is immaterial. It's the axis of our consciousness when we decide. It's a decision, it's a choice, it's a freedom to embody it, to feel it, to create it, to adopt it. And this automatically, you will feel it liberating your breathing. And then it becomes more easy to follow the breath, to surrender with the breath. And as you do this, you're going to feel the breath opening and the horizontal axis of your being as well, which connects with the vertical one in the heart. This is the I Am process. And what happens then is that these axes, the vertical one, which is the eternal now, and then the horizontal one, which is the infinite here, allow us to really get in all the way down to the soles of our feet, into the nether regions, the root chakra, the hips, the gut, the whole pelvic area, the solar plexus being at the top of this cavity, internal cavity, where the energies are condensed and concentrated as our human form. Which is why we speak of having guts to do something. And this is where also we make babies, when that's what we're doing. So this gives us this solid foundation, the square, the base of the I Am, and then the cross in the heart between the aforementioned horizontal axis and then the vertical axis. And then the head at the top, just like a cup opening up, or like a flower, The head is really where all of the insights and ideas and creativity has a place to flower, to blossom. Our dreams. And for that to be meaningful, we need to be able to bring them down deeper than the thought realm, and bring them into existence here on this world in a real way. Whatever that might mean for us, whether it's actually creating something tangible that is an object, or whether it's a service, or in our relationships, our manner of being basically externalizing itself. That is the meaning of fluorescence, And so rest easy. There's no dullness here, because it's all coming and converging in the present moment, which is like the singularity from which the divine blossoms, and the divine is you, is I, is the I Am. So that's the invitation for today, through this 15th gene key, whose programming partner is the 10th, which happens to be so simply called the gene key of being. Yeah, so just be with that. Your own inner springtime, which is now. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and see you soon.